Just now, for the first time in my life, I truly understood what the meaning of shoot the arrow and then paint the target means. I read it yesterday and I was quite confused, but today I had a realization while meditating, and now I think I understand. So, shoot the arrow means focus on the point that you are trying to make, and then painting the target means create a story around that point that basically leads to the point in the center. So, when somebody actually sees the final image, they will see a, a story that leads to that particular moral or that point. For example, I want to make the point that irrespective of whether you do it well or not, you must finish what you start, because coming first is may not be the only reward, or doing it really well may not be the only fruitful thing to do. Sometimes you're not aware what might await you at the finishing line, so to say. So, or the how it will end if you just continue to a point where you finish it. So an example would be the Steve Jobs next story. Now it was a failure, and by all means Steve Jobs, by Steve Jobs' standards, if you look at the way next sort of went on, then the only thing that you can evaluate is it is going to be a failure. And if I am Steve Jobs at that point, seeing that this is going nowhere, it is very easy to give up. But if I just continue, maybe because of sheer dumb luck, to a point where I get acquired by Apple, and now the whole story has changed. May not even be because of dumb luck, maybe because I saw the effect of finishing last time with Disney. So now I know that irrespective, now it is not costing me, there is no cost to finishing, but the reward might be handsome. So I just take it to the finish line, irrespective of how bad it is. And what I realize is, it gets acquired by Apple and I am the CEO. Now there is an element of luck involved here, but so the point that I'm trying to make in this example is finish it, because you do not know what awaits you at the finishing line. So what I will do is, now I know that this is the point that I'm trying to make, so I would construct a story. There was a poor man in our village who was the fastest runner, and in the village. So, and once he was so strapped he could not afford money for food, and suddenly he heard about this race competition where there was an amazing reward for the first position. Knowing that he was the fastest runner in the village, he was sure that he was going to get that money. But he was starving for days, and that had an impact on his strength and things like that. And as the race began, halfway through, he realized he was too far behind and he was not going to make it to the first position, and so he is not going to get that prize money. So what he did is, he stopped there, he turned back and walked away. Well, if he had and what happened is, the only person who was in front of him actually fell down, and there were basically just two people in the race, and if he had actually continued, he would have won it easily, or at least won the consolation prize, which would have given him a month's worth of food. Now he never knew that, because he did not finish the race. Now I'm not saying that if you finish your race you will always get a consolation prize, but if you don't, then you definitely won't.